Hey, true believers. Chris Mack coming at you with Suicide Squad number 3. Now, in the last review, I'll be honest, I almost decided to just kind of nope out on this book because the pop culture references that kept spewing from Culbera, however you pronounce your name's mouth, it really slowed the book down and just made it not fun. Again, as I said in my last review, when you start using modern pop culture references, it dates the book. It really makes it show its age. So I'm glad that in a sense she's still semi-predominant, but I'm glad that Thompson backed off and made the book a lot more enjoyable in that regard. So we open up, and the whole mystery is, why is Superboy part of the Suicide Squad? So what I like is they actually go all the way back to the early 90s of when, after the death of Superman, they cloned Connor and Cadmus. He escaped, joined Young Justice, which if you haven't read the Young Justice, that was actually a really good read. And so was the Teen Titans at that time in history. So I like that boom, boom, boom. 3 pictures. We're kind of brought up on Connor Kent. Now Amanda Waller's asking Nocturna to use her charm, essentially, to see if there's going to be a problem between him and Peacemaker. And another thing that just sucks me into this book is, look at the artwork. Now, as I was saying in other reviews on older books, where it was traditional pens, pencils, inks, that I can still appreciate and just love the hell out of it. But once in a while, I'll open something like this, and even though this is probably done more than likely digitally, still flipping gorgeous. Now, speaking of gorgeous artwork, let's talk about who made this book. This is Robbie Thompson's script. Eduardo Pansica pencils. Julio Ferreira doing inks. Marcelo Maiolo doing the color. Wes Abbott letters. And then here's everyone else working on the book. And so Nocturna, which I'm glad to see her back in the mainstream comics. It's been too damn long. She talks about how Superboy's cleared for duty. And she goes, you'll see in time that Connor is meant to lead this team. So listen to him, or say goodbye to that pretty little head of yours. And what I like about Peacemaker is he's sort of like being the leader of the Suicide Squad thus far. He kind of knows, it shows in this book that he kind of knows everything that's going on. Because she's talking about how nobody likes Peacemaker to Waller. And he goes, Nocturna, where the hell did you... She goes, I can make your life better. Laundry room, 30 minutes. And for the record, everyone likes me. So another thing with this book is they're really pacing out Talon, because he cannot remember who he is. The only thing I do kind of find annoying is he keeps going, who, like an owl. It's sort of like, okay, but whatever. I'm glad to see Talon in this book, and I'm glad to see her snotty little boring pop culture jokes almost gone from this book. Now what makes me laugh is Nocturna meets Peacemaker, and she goes, do I need to call Suicide Squad HR? Don't be ridiculous, Nocturna. I've adjusted the frequency of the washing and drying units. Waller can't hear us in here when they're running, but she can see us. I heard what you told Waller about Superboy. Now tell me what you didn't tell her. And so she tries to beat around the bush, and she goes, with my powers, I only can sometimes just get vibes from people. He's like, so there is more to say. He reminds me of like a more hard-ass, if you can believe it, Scott Summers. And she goes, when I get him talking about his past, it's like he's just reading from a Wikipedia entry. Bottom line it for me. Something's wrong with Superboy. And here, I love this part. He goes, he's just a symptom of something much worse. The problem is Waller. She's lying to us. And if that lie gets in the way of the squad's mission, if it gets in the way of peace, then it's Amanda Waller who has a problem. And that problem is me. And so he says for sharing the information. He goes, I'll take care of you. He goes, keep working on Superboy, and I'll take care of you. I'll take care of all of you. That's what leaders do. So it shows that, there's more to this character. Now, the whole build-up from the last issue, what is going on with this Task Force Z that Waller wants to put together, is there's this character called Bolt, who's part of the Titans. And I guess she struck a deal with Waller saying, if you get me out of, Australia? Wait, she said, her and I made a deal. Tonight, we hold her to that deal. We pulled her out of Australia, and tonight she joins the team or dies. So this kind of becomes like this intricate plan. So I like that why Waller's talking to each member, telling them what their plan is. The plan's already in motion, so it helps pass the time. So you get a couple of boxes of pre-mission, during mission, and Plan A goes south real quick. And what I like is Connor shows up, and love this kind of semi-Dutch angle of the two characters here. And Peacemaker says, do we have a problem, Boy Scout? Go around and find out, Tin Can Man. I love that. But you can see, this is not Connor. Connor's usually more of a down-to-earth. Like, he's not the smartass that he was in the 90s. When he kind of came to the Titans and grew up a little bit more, he's starting to act more like Clark. So seeing him like that, again, as Nocturna said, something is wrong with him. And I like that they're keeping it a secret and not revealing too much. Now, I did kind of laugh at this point because one of the members that is going on this mission, he tries to bolt. Of course, brain bomb goes off. And then there's another character who's kind of timid. And he goes, key dude, brains are in my mouth. I guess you shouldn't laugh, but once in a while that dark humor kicks in and you just have to laugh. So, again, look at this artwork. They're trying to take Bolt, and it's just gorgeous the way the Speed Force moves around her, and she just, each time she punches someone, she goes, you can tell Waller that my answer is still no. And boom, she's gone. And Waller said that if she gets away, there's going to be hell to pay for everyone that was part of the mission. And so you can kind of see here that a leader, he says, with a leader you have to be not one, not two, but 3 steps ahead. Now, I can't remember her real name, but Bolt makes it back to the Titan's tower. Waller says that the Titan tower is off limits because she doesn't want to alert the Justice League to what she's doing. So, with this hell to pay in a sense, another deal with the devil is made. What do I mean by that? Well, my friends, I guess you're going to have to pick up Suicide Squad number 3. This got me excited again. They took out those stupid, snarky pop culture jokes, which I'm so thankful for. I'm hoping that editorial kind of went, hey, back it off a little bit, it's killing the book. Because, yeah, so awesome. Artwork continues to kick ass. The plot overall, I'm enjoying it. Again, this isn't like the next big ultimate event or the 125th, 1000th variant cover, blah, 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 blah. Just a good story to be entertained. And that, at the end of it, is what comic books are, to just kind of escape for a little bit and enjoy a good story and appreciate some great art. And that's what you get with Suicide Squad number 3. So with that said, if you have enjoyed this book, please, first and foremost, support your local comic shop and pick up a copy. If you have enjoyed this review, it would mean the world to us if you take a moment to hit like, share, and subscribe. Helps the club channel more than you can possibly know. And if you won't mind hitting that fancy little squad bell next to subscribe, that way as we continue to upload content, you guys will get notified. Come to the channel, and we love talking with y'all and hearing your feedback down in the comments below, or if there's any comics or books that you'd like us to review, let us know. And also hit us up on our social media pages, which I'll make sure to leave the links down in the description. So with all that said, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope y'all continue to have an absolutely amazing day reading, and happy hunting, true believers.